Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast Sunday night recap. Max, you're not mad yet. You're not angry yet. You're not happy, though. The Eagles
Why
haven't
not?
played because the Eagles haven't
Hey,
played.
that means we ain't lost. I'm happy. We
Well,
just,
I'm fucking ecstatic
dude,
because you already know.
I forgot my Niners hat, bro. Let's restart. Oh wait, that shit's fucking trash. Get that off the airway. Airway.
Oh, man. Look, great day of football. Like always, I'm fucking happy. Like I said, you got to wait until Monday. So we're not going to review your guys' game until Wednesday when we do the live show. But like I said, bro, we're going to be recapping week 3. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Comment down below if you're new or your thoughts on the week 3 recap in general. Where do you want to start, Max?
Oh, I think first let's start with Sunday Night Football because we just watched it. It's fresh in our minds. So the Packers won 30-28. It was a close game. It was decided by. I thought the Niners had it. I was all pissed off as one cues up the highlights for us. Aaron Rodgers came out firing, bro. I really liked what I saw. And they had a chance to put the game away, I thought, and they gave up an 80-yard touchdown. Or, I mean, excuse me, like an 80-yard return that just gave the Niners life.
Yeah. One thing that showed up in this game, number one, was depth. I think that was the key thing to this game, especially on the defensive end for the 49ers. Their DBs were just dropping, bro. Like, I think Norman got hurt in this game. They were already short at DB. It was a tough game, man. But overall, I mean, Rodgers did his thing. They left too much time. Like, what they leave
37
about
seconds with no timeouts. I
yeah,
feel
that's an
like
eternity for him.
it gave me hope. I was like, as long as they let Juszczyk score right here.
Yeah.
But I think we got to talk about Jimmy G. And I mean, we've both been critical in the past. And it's not because we hate the Niners or we hate Joey. I mean, we both do hate him. I won't lie to the fans. I'm talking about Jimmy G, not Joey. But he made a Jimmy G-esque play tonight. Well, before I say that, how bad did you think he was the first half?
uh I think overall they were pretty bad. Their defense saved them with that goal line stand
Mm-hmm.
in the first half. But yeah, he was pretty bad. Second half he picked it up, but like you said, Jimmy G being Jimmy G, low key threw away this game. Like, do they win this game with Trey Lance, Max?
I think they would have. I think the run game would have been. I thought the run game started to turn on for them. Like there was like a few chunks where they would like move the ball here and there, but they did a good job. The Packers compared to what we've seen, they only held them to 67 rushing yards. But with Trey Lance, I feel like that's just such a dynamic. And Jimmy G looked stiff. He looked on the play where Amos tripped him that he hurt his knee a little bit. He was kind of gimping, and he threw a ball trying to spike it backwards. I've never seen that before. And I wish Joey was here so I could ask him, like, what the fuck did you make of that? Like, he doesn't have poise at times. He kind of loses poise. And I thought the receivers were, like, kind of bailing him out, like Debo Samuel just mossing Jair Alexander.
Yeah. And their run game just wasn't that good. Like you said, they picked it up at the end, but you even look at the numbers, Max, like Trey Sermon, 10 carries for 31 yards. Us going into this game was all about the run game for the Niners. That's why we thought they were going to win it. It was the zone scheme. It was beating up on that deflated defensive line for the Packers without Zadarius Smith out there. And that's not what happened. Like, it was one of those games where Jimmy G had to win it. And you look how that turned out. We see it time and time again. We seen it on the biggest stage, Max, for the Super Bowl. What happened when Jimmy G had the ball in his court and he had to win the game?
Didn't
Overthrow to
happen.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Look, I
Can't
want
make
to,
the big throw.
and everyone's going to say, well, what about the 75-yard drive? I don't really think the way he throws, it's not like he's ever making the not scheduled play. First of all, they got bailed out on the pass interference from Eric Stokes. He barely touched the guy. I thought the refereeing in this game was pretty poor. Generally, they called a lot of PIs, and it's kind of there was PI, but sometimes there was a little too ticky tack,
Right.
and they missed the obvious one where Devontae Adams almost got decapitated. That was awesome. But overall, man, Jimmy G, he don't make enough plays, man. He just doesn't make enough plays. That pick he threw, he put so much air into the ball. Jair Alexander had an eternity to go catch it.
This is why, Max. This is why they got the third overall pick. This is why. Games like this. These are the games that they lose when Jimmy G has to be the guy. There was no run game today. The DBs were glued on the receivers. Quarterback got to make a play. This is what you get paid for. Elite quarterbacks and even great quarterbacks like a Ryan Tannehill win these kind of games.
Other than the Kyle Shanahan drew up all, like when Kyle Shanahan gets guys wide open like Kittle and then they rumble down the field for 40 yards.
Yeah.
I feel like Jimmy G didn't make any really spectacular throws. Like you see the stat line, right? Like 25 for 40, 250, 2 touchdowns at 1 pick, but it's not that good because there's so many times he just throws it and they get 15 yards a yak, 10 yards a yak. Deebo Samuel makes an amazing play. Yeah. And it's just not good enough, bro. And I mean, it's heartbreaking. They put up a good fight and they probably should have won the game, but Aaron Rodgers made 4 phenomenal throws in this game. He made the one in the end zone where the ball touched the guy's finger, and then he kind of got Fred Warner twice. He just threw it right over his head. They got down, and they won on a field goal. And I think if there's one theme for this weekend one, it just shows how important kicking is. I mean, if you're cool, I'd like to transition to my next topic, if that's cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can you read my shirt, bro?
What is that? Always believe.
My soul was almost lost today, bro. My soul was on the line.
Oh my
and I ain't gonna lie to you, Juan. You know what game I'm talking about. You can queue up the last 3 plays. Man, I was scared. Detroit, I think we can say, is the best 0-3 team in the league.
Yeah,
they're feisty.
We called it though. Well, I think I for sure called it.
No, you. I don't want to take your credit. You called it. Those are your flowers. Whatever you want to say, but. Oh my God, Lamar Jackson, you threw a dumb pick. Marquise Brown, I don't know if you saw him during the game.
Yes, I seen it.
Hashtag catch a damn ball, Hollywood.
Yeah.
But let's just can you keep the last play?
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay, good. I'm talking. Do you think they could get a first round pick for Justin Tucker?
I'm serious. What would the Chargers do to have a Justin Tucker? What would the Minnesota Vikings do to have a Justin Tucker? You think of so many teams where their kicker just sucks. That's what you need, man. I hate to say it because we just got off of that game. You look at a guy like Mason Crosby. What benefit does that have you when you have a kicker like Mason Crosby or Justin Tucker to just have faith and make the fucking field goal, A guy that's made big fucking kicks.
Look, and I hope people who are watching on YouTube can see right here. Lamar is going to get sacked twice. He gets sacked twice, gets an incompletion. Sammy Watkins almost messed the game up by not running out of bounds, and they had a huge missed delay of game. But to kick a 66-yard field goal, not even to mention game on the line. I know you watched it. What did you think was going to happen when he kicked it? He
was going to make it. I had faith that he was going to make it.
66-yard field goal, NFL record, not even in Mile High.
But this is not the first time he does this. He did it on Monday night a couple years back against the Lions in the same building for the win.
I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe it. Because I was just like, man, why
Your
don't you want to talk
soul
to him?
almost got snatched.
Oh, dude,
You
it was
better
gone. And Justin
write a
Tucker kicked.
fucking letter to Justin Tucker thanking him.
I mean, I'm going to, bro. And I want to stay on the theme of kicking just for like this next game because we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. You don't even need to cue up the highlights.
Oh
The
man.
the Jacksonville Jaguars suck. Way to
Oh
ruin
man.
Trevor Lawrence. Look,
Is this the time where we bring in the image? You know what I'm
go
talking
ahead,
about?
go ahead and bring up the
There
fucking
we
image, bro.
go. Who
We
is
are in
it this
agreement.
week? The Houston Jaguars?
Yeah, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. You scored 19 points, and 7 of them came from a 109-yard field goal return. Bro, I just
How
feel
stupid of
like,
that was from Cliff Kingsbury real quick.
yeah, I was like, what, 68-yard field
What the
goal?
hell are you thinking?
Yeah, no way. Like, I know Matt Prater got a big leg, but like, you
Yeah.
can't stick like Zaven Collins or like Isaiah Simmons on. Like, honestly, whoever the tight end is, put a
Mhm.
fucking linebacker there.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair point.
honestly, that it was so stupid. It didn't even cost them because I will say Jacksonville put up a fight in the beginning, but Trevor Lawrence, man, I don't know if it's coaching. That's really all I want to talk about from the game because this game doesn't change my thought about the Cardinals. We both kind of want to see a little more. I
Yeah.
would say right now the Cardinals are a little bit of fool's gold. I want to see more. I wouldn't say they're a real deal. Um, but what do you make of Trevor Lawrence, bro? I know it's only 4 games or 3 games, but I
It's
feel like he's
bad
not being
coaching.
coached well,
It's
and he's
it's
just
bad management. It's bad management. It's bad coaching. It's and then number two, it's no offensive line. I think that's one thing that's so glaring with this team. Their offensive line is terrible. They can't run block. They can't pass block. You know the deal, Max. In the National Football League, you have a bad offensive line, chances are you're not going to be good unless you're the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, it's not going to happen.
is. I have one thing that I would say worries me as a Trevor Lawrence fan. Is there anything that worries you?
No, I think he's a high character guy. I don't think that these losses are gonna, destroy him or kill his confidence. I really don't think so. What scares me is maybe they can never find that coach that fits with him, and that can maybe kill his confidence. Like just going through OC after OC after OC,
Sam
or
Darnold type treatment?
I mean, I hate to say it, the one guy recently that has done it and has had a successful career is Derek Carr. Look at a guy like Derek Carr. He's been through it all. He's been through the 2-14 seasons. He's had different offensive coordinators. But what is Derek Carr, Max? High character guy. You got to be
Look,
a certain type of human being to go through that.
I'm with you on that. Only thing that scares me is right now I see bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play in a losing environment, you develop those bad habits. And sometimes, like it can be hard to break a bad habit.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about him because you see the talent, the throws.
Yeah,
He
you
made a
still
throw in
see it.
that. It's just, sometimes when you're around crap, you look like crap. And that's what I was saying last year with Carson Wentz. And I think Trevor Lawrence, he doesn't look like crap, but he doesn't look as good as he should be because Urban Meyer. I think it's Urban Meyer. Uh, yeah, I mean we've talked about it enough. We'll see if they can get back on shit, like get the ship
Yeah.
on back on track.
Anything on the Cardinals? Are you concerned at all? Or you still feel
No,
the
I'm
same?
not concerned. I think I want to see a little. I need to see them play someone real. I want to see them play someone real, not in week one. Who they beat week 2? Minnesota. Like
Yeah.
I know week maybe we can talk about Minnesota now because I thought they were a dead man walking.
Yeah, let's talk
And
about Minnesota because
to,
I think Minnesota is not as bad as people think.
no,
They can
I
score
definitely
points.
no. The offense ain't the problem, dude. But
Yeah,
like Thielen, Jefferson, no Dalvin Cook. Alexander Madison did his best Dalvin Cook impression today.
right.
Kirk Cousins, I know you've never been a big fan. I've always thought he's not as bad as people say, but just the way they were losing, just not looking very good. And I think we should spend more time on the Seahawks, truthfully.
Mhm.
They're 1-2. Uh, they do their thing where they get out to a big lead and then they don't do anything.
Right.
I don't really know.
It's
What do you
concerning.
think?
It is concerning. I thought they were going to bounce back this week. I thought the Vikings were on the ropes, but the Vikings have proved to me 3 straight weeks in a row, whether it's the Bengals or who they play week 2, Max?
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Or if it's the Cardinals, they can score. They have weapons. They got Thielen. They got Jefferson. They got one of the best running backs in the league with Dalvin Cook and a really great backup, like you said. It's
I
the
think
defense.
I think I underestimated, bro, the fact that although they were 0-2, they have been fighting
Yes.
the whole way. And I kind of thought, maybe you suffered 2 really painful losses because that's what they were.
Right.
That
And
it
the
can
whole
kind of
like
just.
Zimmer thing, like that's gonna break
Mm-hmm.
Zimmer. Zimmer was already on the hot seat coming into the season, but you got to give him credit. You really
No,
do,
I
man.
really do. I was 100% wrong about them. You look at other teams around the league who were bad, 1-2, 0-3. They haven't shown as much fight as Minnesota.
Yeah.
And if you could maybe say if a couple plays break a little differently, Minnesota's 3-0 or maybe even 2-1.
Yeah. And what really scares me about Seattle, Max, is a little bit of an identity crisis in Seattle. Who are they? Like Chris Carson's had a couple good weeks. Like, where's DK Metcalf? He's been nowhere to be found the last 3 weeks.
I feel
Like,
like he's just not had the DK Metcalf big pop off game yet.
mhm.
And partly you could say Tyler Lockett's been stealing his shine. I know he got banged up today, Tyler Lockett,
Of
but
course, as Tyler Lockett would always do.
it's sad because he's such a good player.
Yeah.
I think the problem is one, the defense is just not. They were getting gashed
Yeah.
whole afternoon. Jamal Adams, man, he's a great player, but I just see him get run by on defense. He's not. I mean, you can't have. I don't think he's the type of guy who can cover tight ends all game long. He's not. He's like a hybrid linebacker, edge rush. Like he's a great football player. Don't get me wrong, top 5 safety,
Yeah.
no doubt. But the more he has to play coverage, I feel like the more it's like, do you really want Von Miller dropping back in coverage ever? Not really.
No.
And that's how I kind of feel about Jamal. Like I don't really want him playing man coverage that much.
100% agree, man. And one thing about the Vikings, I mean, their defense sucks. Specifically, their DBs, their back end. Their defensive
What are you
line is
saying
still
about
good,
Patrick Peterson?
and he's washed. Come on, he's
I thought
washed,
I thought changing the number would have solved all that.
right? And then being back in those LSU colors.
Yeah, the purple.
But hey, Daniil Hunter, like he's still good.
I told you, I've been
He
trying to
still
tell
has
you.
moments.
I know you think he's a little bit of a one-trick pony like Chris Jones, but I'm telling
Yeah.
you, he's good, man. Don't hate
Like
on Daniil.
let's put it like this, just to stay on the north a little bit. If the Packers would have lost today, imagine how open that would feel for the Vikings. Like if the Packers would have dropped this one, which they didn't, they got it done. But do you feel confident about the Packers winning this division looking on how the Vikings are playing?
I still feel confident in the Packers, but I'm going to say it's still anyone's division. I know there's only a one-game thing. It's going to come down to Vikings, Bears, and Packers. But I think the
Well,
Packers are still the best team. But I don't know if you want to go to the Bears.
I want to.
You fucking picked them. I'm just saying.
I did. I picked them, but I'm so disgusted, man, because this is my teabag team of the week. The Chicago Bears.
Oh, really?
What the fuck was that? Honestly,
I'll
what
let you
the
take it. Go ahead.
hell was that? That offense that Matt Nagy was running was nowhere near what you're supposed to run with Justin Fields, Max, at all. I didn't see any read options, not enough RPOs, nothing bootlegging, getting them on the edges, none of that. It literally looked like they were running an offense for Andy Dalton. And it was so bad. He completed 6 passes today. That was it.
48 yards. He had -2 passing yards, I think, at halftime or something crazy. That's kind of the same shit we saw with Trubisky. So now you have Justin Fields, who I think is a lot better than Trubisky. I'm not trying to say Justin Fields is Trubisky. I'm saying this offense sucks. Also, you can't fucking block Myles
Yeah.
Garrett's living back there, 4.5 sacks. Look, I will say one thing about Justin Fields. I thought he kind of got hit early.
Mhm.
I thought he was kind of staring down routes. He wasn't really working through his progression that well. But I don't think Matt Nagy did him any fucking favors. It was kind of just
No.
throwing him to the fire. And it's like, no, you have to help him. He's a rookie. Help him
You,
out.
you just
Protect
said it,
better.
Max. You just said it. They have a bad offensive line. Why don't you run more like play action boots? Help out your offensive line. Help out your rookie quarterback. Like
I
it
honestly
pissed
thought
me
they were
off,
just
bro.
like, drop back. You can scan the
Yeah.
field. It's like, no, he can't right now. Like, look at that.
Look,
5 receivers on third. Like, look at that, bro.
that
Leave a
is
back
not
in there. Let him.
That is not Justin Fields. Why are you doing? It's his first start on the
Against a
road.
good D line. Look,
It's
I'm very disappointed what I've seen. I'll hit the Browns just for a couple seconds, and then you can lead us wherever you want. Odell looked good, had a good
yeah.
game. Baker looked good. Browns rolled, man. It was a bad. I mean, this Bears team might look at that -2 passing yards. And what quarter is it? The third?
That was the best throw he had all day, right
All
there.
day. But I just
Podcast listeners. Go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, man. We're always showing the highlights. Go ahead, Max.
it's just I feel like they didn't give him they didn't help him out. And when he gets out, he's fucking dynamic. Like
Yeah.
he's dynamic when he starts running. It's like you kind of got to treat him like Lamar a little, I feel like.
Exactly. You have to switch the offense for him. And I was excited for that. I thought, Matt Nagy was going to show his creativity and really show how Justin Fields will be utilized like very well. And I didn't see that. It pissed me off, man. It really did. And that's why Matt Nagy's on the fucking hot seat, bro. Because of situations like this. And it almost feels like he's sold on purpose, bro. Just so Andy Dalton can still keep the job. It kind of
Uh,
felt like that.
I hear you, bro. I don't want to say that. I just think he's a bad coach, man. I've been saying that. It's not like the offense has ever been spectacular.
Yeah.
And I thought there was times Trubisky looked good, and they just throw him under the bus any chance he got. Matt Nagy's like the Jack Del Rio of head coaches, bro. It's always something else. It's never him.
Yeah.
I do think a good place to go now, bro, it may be the Jets, just to compare the rookie quarterbacks. Because you talk about another team that's just I wanted to give them Teabag Team of the Week, but
Mhm.
maybe we should. Maybe we should add a third. Maybe we can do a collective one. Because I had the
I don't
Jags
think
do
it's
that.
as bad though. I
No, just the
really
fact they
don't.
couldn't muster up one fucking point, bro.
Man, I hate to say it. I hate the Broncos, but I think the Broncos defense is just that good.
So, what's the Salah panic meter 1 to 10 and Wilson panic meter 1 to 10?
Um
I would say Salah's at a 6, Wilson's at a 5.
uh I don't think so.
You just think that's how
Solid.
bad the roster is?
It is. It's a bad roster. They had a couple bad injuries. Um it's really tough in New York right now.
Can I ask you how much of this game you caught? I know the Raider game was there, but I know you had like 6
Oh
fucking
no.
streams going.
I had an eye on this one. But
There were times he made throws and the receivers were just like, nah, not going to help you, Zach. I'm worried about Zach Wilson, not from the sense of his talent. When you lose like this, and it's just like, I hope he doesn't get in his own head, bro. Because I
yeah.
still see a lot of talent there. And it's just sad, man. It's sad.
One thing I wanted to say on Justin Fields, and it goes the same thing about uh about Zach Wilson. You always had the comparisons and great quarterbacks having these starts. Everyone likes to bring up the Peyton Manning rookie season, only winning 2 games. Another thing, John Elway only completed 2 passes his first career start. Shout out to Tony Dungy. That's where I got it from. But it's you can't count guys out right away, especially these quarterbacks with the teams that they got. Like Chicago isn't anything special, especially on offense. The only receiver is Allen Robinson, and then like we just discussed with the Jets, they don't have anyone, man. Their defense sucks. Their offensive line sucks. Nothing's gonna go well, and I think it's a a big testament because the Broncos didn't even put up that many points. I think it was just more of like
26.
Denver's defense just dominating. Like
Yeah.
it's okay. You're gonna struggle against a Denver defense. One thing that scares me about the Jets and Saleh is maybe they got to get someone more creative on the offensive coordinator side.
I mean, he's a defensive guy. So I think he
Exactly.
has Mike LaFleur. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Matt LaFleur's offense in general. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Mike LaFleur's offense is very similar. I mean, clearly it is.
Yeah.
But you're right. Maybe one quick note about Denver. Obviously, cupcake schedule through 3 weeks. And you got to love Jets at home. Come on.
Are they beat 3 of the worst teams in the league: Jets, Giants, Jaguars.
Are they fool's gold?
Their defense is really good. Their offense still looks anemic at times.
On the
Like
fool's gold level, are they a 1 or a 10, or where are they at in between there?
I would say they're a 6.
I'd say they're an 8 out of 10 fool's gold. So they're 80% fool's gold.
I would say they're just a 6 just because of the defense. The defense it's legit. We both said that like their defense was going to be good, especially that Von Miller looks like he's not depleted all the way. I don't think
Yeah.
he's Hall of Famer prime Von Miller, but you just look at him right here. He still has a step. He's still chasing quarterbacks. He looks fine. The
He's
Denver.
Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. No.
No, I was just gonna say like Denver's taking advantage of the opportunities, man. It is the NFL. They do suck, but they got the jobs. They got the job done.
A lot of teams in this position wouldn't get the job done. Some teams like to play with their
Exactly.
fucking food.
Mhm.
I was going to go to the Raider game, but before there, I just want to go to the Saints and Patriots just to keep on the theme of the rookie quarterbacks.
Mhm.
I
Tough
feel
week
like
for rookies, like you said.
I was going to say a big theme for the week could also be, hey, help the rookie quarterbacks. And shout out to Jonnu Smith, who just wanted to give a pick six to Malcolm Jenkins. Like, I thought Mac Jones played really well. I thought that wasn't much open. I feel like they don't really have the full offense going yet. And they were kind of getting dominated in the trenches this game. He made some throws where I was like, damn, off the back, like he made a guy miss in the pocket. And it was just, I think I like Max Jones. I know he threw 3 picks, but I thought the receivers didn't help him at all.
Yeah. That Saints defense came out to play. I love the way that they responded this week after the shellacking in Carolina. it was a good response. It really
Have you
was.
seen the Patriots like O-line get their ass whoops like they got today?
No, it's been a minute, but we kind of seen it last week and a little bit of week 1 how Mac Jones can't really push the ball downfield. And I think
I don't
teams are
buy that,
taking
bro.
advantage of that.
I just don't really think he has someone to push it to. Like
That's true.
I know Nelson Aguilar was kind of that for you guys last year. But one thing I really like about him, and I think he's clear cut the best at this, he's the best at manipulating the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like there's times where he kind of takes a step this way, a step to the right, and he's just like gets a clean pocket where Justin Fields, Trey Lance look to like run. I still like Matt. I still like a lot of these rookie quarterbacks other than Trey Lance because I just
Mac
haven't
Jones
seen anything.
is in that circle, man. They still look like none of them looks like that their confidence is just shot. Maybe with Justin Fields, he looked like he was, frustrated on the sidelines, but that's good. That's just a saying like it's good to see that he cares.
Yeah, I think of all the rookie quarterbacks this week, Justin Fields looked like the biggest deer in the headlights. But
Yeah.
when the coach throws the deer into the highway,
Right.
what do you expect? And that's what I thought the
Fucking
coach
pack of
did.
wolves.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you think about the Saints? Kind of up and down. Week 1 looked good. Week 2 looked bad. This week they look good. I think regardless, New England's always been a hard place to win, so they win on the road. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And their defense looked a lot better.
Very good.
Jameis is gonna be Jameis. I think their
He made a play
offense.
today that was spectacular where he was getting sacked. But it was like that shit worked, but
Yeah.
don't do it again because it shouldn't
Yeah.
work. It's
Right.
like, work, didn't it? And it's like, no, motherfucker, don't do that.
Oh man. And their division is looking wide open again because I think we should talk about this game and then probably we'll go into the Raider game after that one. Let's talk about the Rams and the Bucs. This
Let's
game did
hit the.
not.
I was gonna just say, let's hit the 3 good games right now, back to back to back, because there was
Okay.
3 really good games in
Yeah.
the afternoon and 1 in the morning.
So Bucs and Rams. Thoughts on this game, X?
You know what? I think in the beginning part of the game there was missed opportunities by both teams. You know what's crazy? The guy who impressed me the most was Deshaun Jackson. He's been on my Eagles for the last 2 years, and you've seen him a total of 5 snaps.
Yeah.
He was running by guys today. The first quarter, I know you were paying mostly attention. Right there, he's open. That's a bad ball.
Yeah.
And I was just impressed by him. He had 120 yards. And he
I
could
mean,
have had
come on.
200.
He has Sean McVay, though.
Hey, man, Sean McVay, him and Stafford look so much better than him and Goff ever did.
Yeah.
Stafford's
and
so much better.
Look, I think that was the most glaring thing today. That's what I was thinking of the whole time I was watching this game. Give credit to the Rams defense. Of course, they played phenomenal. They shut down the Bucs for the most part. They answered the bell. Kenny Young. It seems like these freaking guys find a guy like Kenny Young every year. Last year was Leonard Floyd. The year before that, it seemed like it was a guy like Corey Littleton.
Or Samson Ekubom.
Yeah, it's him too.
They just grow on trees for these fools,
yeah,
bro.
really. They really do. They know what to look for on their defensive scheme. Gotta give credit there. But my main point, Matthew Stafford, he is the reason why this train is moving so smooth right now. Do they win this game with Jared Goff, Max?
No, not even close.
Yeah.
He makes the off-schedule throw. And obviously he missed a couple throws today, but so did Tom Brady. So does every quarterback. But just the way he delivers the ball, it's just different. It's not like you've seen Jared Goff have a clean pocket. He throws a screwball. Matthew Stafford whips it through the air. I really like the way the Rams offense was. They had some really creative plays with Tyler Higbee in this game. I think you'll agree with me. It's their running back situation is worrisome.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it's gonna matter. I
just want to see them get another guy. Dude, they got to find someone like. If I was them, I would be like, "What the fuck do y'all want for David Johnson? We'll give you a 5th round. We'll give you whatever. I'll go get David Johnson. I'll go get Todd Gurley back, bro.
Bring him back home.
Yeah, get the game back together. But and then on the defense side, I think we got to tip our hat to Raheem Mostert. I know Tom Brady threw for 400 yards. I don't think the game was ever as close as the score indicated. Like the Rams kind of were in control of this game.
Raheem Morris. You're talking about the D coordinator, right?
Oh, I said Mostert. I'm sorry. I meant Raheem Morris. Yeah, he coached Tampa Bay. Yeah, my bad. The way they use Jalen Ramsey is so cool. It's like, hey, there's a bunch here. Let's just put Jalen Ramsey there. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll leave another guy on Mike Evans. Like, we're going to put Jalen Ramsey in the thick of it.
I think they're the most creative I've seen ever in the last probably 15 years, max, to utilize their best corner. Usually it's like, okay, that side is
gone.
Locked down. Yeah. Or that guy, he's just going to follow him all day. They, like you said, they use Jalen Ramsey so creatively. You got to love it.
Oh, there's plays where he's guarding Scotty Miller.
Yeah.
And it's like, what about Godwin? What about Mike Evans?
It's kind of just like you have to keep an eye on him. I love that. Like, I feel like if you're a quarterback, you're like, what the fuck? Like, I just seen him on Mike Evans. I just seen him on Chris Godwin. Now he's on Scotty Miller. It's like you have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and it's not like, I'm sure if, let's just say AB played instead of Scotty Miller, it's like, why the fuck's he on AB? Like, that's my go-to guy on third down because the best corners are always on the other guys.
Yeah.
I liked it, man. Go ahead.
And as a Cooper Kupp highlight comes in, is Cooper Kupp low-key the best receiver in the league right now?
Fantasy-wise. Like seriously, dude. I know him and Goff had a good connection, but him and Stafford's connection is even better,
Oh,
bro.
it's not
And
even
you can just
close.
see the body language with the team, bro. And like how McVay's running into the tunnel with these fools, bro.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just a different air. And this is like a really good Tampa Bay game. If Tampa Bay, I'm a little worried about the defense, but when you're a Super Bowl team, they kind of look like they playing. They're like, yeah, it was cool. We lost this one. No biggie deal. You know?
Maybe Brady was looking ahead to Sunday night to play New England.
I don't think so, man. I feel like this was a really good test for them. But I do think this game meant more for the Rams than it did the Bucs.
I agree with that. And what I was telling someone today, I think it's a good thing that the Bucs lost this one because I think the loser of this one is going to wind up beating the other one in the playoff game when it matters.
It seems to go like that, man. Maybe the Bucs were kind of pulling some of their punches,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, it was
It's
a
kind of
great
like
game.
not showing your cards.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. And
keep them in. It's all right. It's week 3.
it was a good game though. I will say it was one of the better games. I'm really impressed with the Rams. As look, Deshaun Jackson again. You can see it's like, first of all, bro, just go to the end zone, bro. Don't throw the ball on the goal line like you used to do back with Philly. But look, like so you're gonna see Sean McVay. I think he ran up to this fool, bro. It's just like a different aura, man. It's like, man, we have someone we believe in at
A
quarterback.
quick little nugget about Sean McVay and the Rams. He continues to be undefeated in the regular season when leading at halftime. Never lost.
Wow.
Yeah.
All they got to do is score more than halftime. They should call the game over.
Oh my goodness!
No,
And
I was
that's a crazy.
impressed.
It's not just like 5 games or 2 games. This is like 60 plus games, man. Like it's pretty crazy.
No, it really is. I like Sean McVay. I thought he's a really good coach, man. This was a very good game.
And he's
Uh,
backing up. He's backing up his moves because we all know Stafford was his guy. McVay was the one going into the office and saying, "I want Matthew Stafford. Get him here. I don't care how many picks it takes." And it
I
is
think a lot of
paying off.
fans would just look at Matthew Stafford and say he can't win. What's he done in Detroit? It's like, well, bro, you could put Tom Brady in Detroit last few years. They ain't gonna win shit. That's how bad they've been. It's never been Matthew Stafford's the issue. It's like, man, Matthew Stafford's slinging the ball around. We can't run for 100 yards. We can't defend.
Yeah.
And like you said, they doubled down on Matthew Stafford. I'm really happy for Matt Stafford. He deserves it. He's been a very good quarterback for a long time. He just never got the credit because he didn't play in a big market.
Yep. Well, I think it's that time, Max.
Can
You
I
know what
preface
time it
something real
is?
quick before you say it?
Yeah.
Me and one have this thing about our teams where I would say we're like the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, we're at what, like 8-0? And I was like, man, I don't think we're that good, bro. We're playing cupcakes. And Juan's like, bro, I think y'all are really good.
Yeah.
I think for me and him, when it comes to our teams,
We're hard.
What'd you say?
We're very hard. Like
We're very hard on our teams.
Yeah.
Well, but it's also just like we don't want to believe it. And I'll say I've known people who it's like, wow, like Carson Wentz threw a touchdown, best guy. He's there, he's made it.
Yeah.
And me and Juan are like, I don't know, man. Like maybe because we've been like fans of teams that haven't had a lot of success. Like Isaiah texts me today, he's like, man, I'm not used to this. I'm like, yeah, welcome to my fucking life, bro. Welcome to my life. It's like, yeah, it's what happens. Our football team sucks. Don't give you 20 years of good is unheard of. So I just want to say that because it's not like we're bringing out the Raiders just because they're Juan's favorite team. I just feel like they've been in 2 of the best games out of the year with the craziest shit happening. They're 3-0.
I mean, you have to talk about them. They're
have
one
to.
of the undefeated
I just want to
teams.
say we're not trying to be biased towards the Raiders. We're not trying to ignore the Giants and Falcons, as I'm going to hit on this game in 10 seconds and we can get rid of it. That game sucked.
Yeah.
Those teams, it was painful to watch them try to score 14 points. Like, Jesus Christ.
Saquon scored, at least.
Shout out to Saquon's knee holding up. But, man, you guys both suck. Giants, get your shit together. Learn how to act right.
Yeah.
And like, it's just a joke, bro.
Yeah, the Bengals and Steelers. What you think of that one? Jamar Chase. Everyone that called
I guess
out
he can
Jamar
catch
Chase.
the football. He can catch it.
I guess he's really good at football, Max. Even
but
though
hey, save that one.
didn't
Let's
see a
come back
snap
to
of
it.
him.
Let's come back because actually I had a point I wanted to bring up. Let's go to the Raiders.
Okay. So
just go through it, bro. Take me through the roller coaster ride of emotions.
Bring up the highlights first, man, because look, it started off ugly. It really did. It started off with the pick six, miscommunication between Foster Monroe and Derek Carr.
Can we just say it's not Derek Carr's fault entirely? Because I feel like Derek Carr's one of those quarterbacks where social media is just like ready to get him. They'll be like, oh, look at Derek
Oh
Carr.
yeah.
It's like, hey, the tight end fucked him. Like he
It,
just
it
stopped.
was the definition of a miscommunication, man.
Yeah.
Foster Monroe wanted to sit. Derek was expecting him to cross. He didn't cross. He sat. Derek threw the pick six. It was, man. As a Raider fan, personally, man, it scares you because they go on the next possession. They get stopped on 3rd and 1. We bring out the punt team. We say, no, 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 timeout. We're going to go for it on 4th and 1. We run the same play, stopped, stuffed. So you're basically handing them 10-0 at the minimum. That doesn't happen. Dolphins go down. They score. It is 14-0 at home. As a Raider fan, bro, everything creeps back in your mind because of all the losing. Automatically, you're like, this shit again. We've
Do
been 2-0. This is where it fucking starts.
do you
It
hear
fucking
Max's voice
begins.
on the Pick'em show saying, I feel like this is the fucking game where these fools just shit the bed?
Yeah.
Uh, and I mean, people. My dad was like, "Man, that's exactly what you said." I'm like, they just like the Raiders like to make shit hard for themselves. But if this wasn't grounding, by the way, if what Jimmy G did at the end of the half wasn't grounding, that shouldn't be grounding.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel like 2 years ago or even last year, Dolphins blow you guys out if you guys start like that.
Yeah.
But this team did not give up. And I mean, take me through the second half. I'm just saying, I felt like 2 years ago or even last year, your team gets blown out.
Yeah. And it's the defense. It's the defense, bro. And I know we're gonna get into later on in the game, and the defense had its struggles today. It did. But
Do you think that play really quickly kind of woke you guys up?
yeah, this play right here, the safety. This
Because
play doesn't get
so I'm
that.
just saying because Byron Jones, I don't know what the fuck happened with him.
Yeah,
He like spazzed.
yeah, I don't know what he did, but that safety, when the Raiders got that safety, it definitely woke us up. And that play doesn't happen last year with Paul Gunther being the defensive coordinator and that defense in general. That doesn't happen at all. The defensive line was struggling today, but the DBs made up for it on the Raiders side. The DBs played really well for the most part when everyone was in there, and I'm talking specifically about Trayvon Mullen and Casey Hayward. Absolute steal. I think he's playing at least a Pro Bowl level. I wouldn't say all pro, but you can argue like he's been one of the best DBs in the league. He hasn't gave up a pass, Max. 0 catches. He hasn't gave up one.
Well, he gave one up to Waddle, but I feel like that was pretty beneficial because he got his safety out of it. So,
Exactly.
so that boy, I guess, was just baiting him. Look, man, I think your team. I just feel like your guys are playing with. I like your D line. You didn't really get anyone that much better, but it seems like Crosby took a leap. Carl Nassib is like being disruptive. It kind of sucks still. Cleveland Farrell ain't doing shit for y'all.
Yeah. That's a
Yannick
loss.
Ngakoue. What'd you say?
That's a loss.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
Yannick's there. Yannick had a
yeah.
bit. I thought Yannick was disruptive.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we got to talk about Jacoby Brissett, like faking out so many guys because I didn't realize this guy was so elusive.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to give the defense credit, but we all know it starts with the offense. John Gruden, Derek Carr, they're resilient, bro. They don't give up. I feel like they have a play for any situation, whether it's 3rd and 20 or third and 3. It Derek Carr is playing out of his mind, man. Henry Ruggs making plays.
And that
Brian
catch right
Edwards.
there, I
Yeah,
feel like he didn't make that catch last year. I
Brian
feel like Derek Carr
Edwards.
doesn't even trust him enough to throw him the ball last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. And it's a total new confidence, man. I love the fact that we won this. Was it ugly? Yes. It was definitely ugly. You got to clean up some stuff. They gave up a 4th and 20 that's unacceptable for the defense. Uh the touchdown that they uh was it the touchdown? I can't remember. On the 2-point conversion, I think Damon Arnett was in for Trayvon Mullen because Trayvon Mullen got hurt. He gave up a pass right away, bro. I think that's a loss too. I don't think Damon Arnett's that guy. I think his snaps are gonna get lower and lower and lower
Oh my,
each week.
that shit makes me sick right there.
Yeah,
Jacoby Brissett
that
moves
happened
up.
twice. He got
I know
Denzel
that one
too.
for it. I think Jacoby Brissett actually played better than his stats would indicate.
Yeah,
He didn't really make a mistake other than the safety, but I felt like they were just kind of in a bad situation to start with.
yeah,
I think he's better than Tua. I liked what I saw more out of him than Tua.
yeah,
Like I don't really have faith in Tua to make those drives late in the games.
yeah. No way. We
But
were
overall,
saying it. It was. Is this a good thing that Tua got hurt? Me and you were both like, no. Like Jacoby Brissett's probably better, and he showed it today. Jacoby Brissett is a better quarterback than Tua. Miami needs to do something about it, whether that's going with Jacoby or trading for Deshaun Watson. Who knows? I don't think Tua's the guy. Straight up, I don't.
I will say this: if y'all just made an extra point, this would have been a lot less stressful for you.
Yeah,
A lot less
exactly.
stressful. But
But the
man,
Raiders love to make it hard.
they
We're
do.
3-0.
I will say this, bro. Your team can't even run the ball right now. So if you guys can figure out how to get the run game going, and I think partly, I know Peyton Barber had the game of his life, but Peyton Barber compared to Josh Jacobs is a different caliber.
Right.
If you can get a healthy Jacobs and the run game going with the pass game that you already have,
Yeah.
that offense got it all, bro. They got the receivers, they have the speedster. Man, I've seen a few plays this year where I feel like Henry Ruggs got into some space, and it's like, damn, like you see
Yeah.
how fast he is.
Yeah. Most definitely, bro. We're gonna make a point on it again because I have a question for you after we finish reviewing about the Raiders. But let's move on. Let's talk about the Chargers and the Chiefs, Max. Cause hey man, you picked the Chargers, right?
I did. I was almost going to go against them. I said I've ridden with them for 2 weeks. They should be 2-0.
Yeah.
They fucked me against the Cowboys. They came back, man. And look, I think the Chiefs. Well, first, let's start with this, man. Andy Reid was hospitalized after the game. They said he's stable. Me and you we both like Andy Reid, even though you hate the Chiefs, you like Andy Reid. But
Yeah.
I think we both agree. We hope he's healthy because he's a great coach, great person. But man, the Chiefs let this game slip away their fingers. They were turning the ball over left and right. And that's what gave the Chargers a chance, man. The Chargers were shooting themselves in the foot left and right.
Look, man, I'm absolutely shocked. It's 2 weeks in a row that I see the stuff that Patrick Mahomes does not work. I think 2 weeks in a row he does this scramble shit and tries to do way too much, like you said, and he's not getting away with it. And the Chiefs look human. They got legit problems. They can't stop the run. Their defense is not good. And it just seems like right now, if Tyreek Hill gets doubled, it's basically the Mahomes and Travis Kelce show. That's it. Run around, make some time, and look for Kelce. That's all. Like, just look at this throw, Max. Last year and the year before that, how much confidence do you have with him doing that? You're like, oh, he's probably going to complete it.
100%. I honestly had confidence he was going to make that throw, but they said it was a windy day and the ball kind of got gusted up. I'm gonna say this, and I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. Do you think Mahomes looks a little slow?
I don't think so.
Like, I really feel like he doesn't run the same. I feel like ever since his turf toe shit, he's been like, I just don't feel like he's got that little pop in his step that like lets him get out of trouble even more. Because I feel like he's looked more human than he did ever at all last year.
Right.
Look,
And,
Herbert to me looked like, I mean, obviously Mahomes is better than Herbert, but I thought the way Herbert was playing, like, they're so confident in him for a second year quarterback. Like, dude, in the last few plays of the game, they're fucking throwing the ball with like 20 seconds left and they're up and they're
well,
throwing the
just
ball.
as the highlights are showing, that's why I went straight to the fourth quarter in these last couple of drives. That was a tough defensive pass interference on the Chiefs side, but
It was.
the Chargers were trying to lose this game.
They
They're
were.
trying to hand it to the Chiefs. Like, here,
Look at them.
take it.
They're throwing, and Mike Williams played amazing. He played
Yeah,
amazing. They have
his
zero
contract
faith in
year.
their kicker. They have no fucking faith in him. They
Yeah.
should have just kneeled the ball 3
Would
times right here. And they're
you?
like, yeah, we'll throw it. No, I have no
Would you
faith in
have
them.
faith
No, not at all.
on a fucking windy day like that? Hell no.
No. Justin Herbert and Mike Williams were just dominating. I was like, go for it, bro. Finish the game, do whatever. Man, I think the Chiefs really need to look themselves in the mirror. They have to find a way to help Patrick Mahomes more. You got to stop making this guy be Superman like Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Cam Newton did it all for a long time, wouldn't you say? And it ended poorly
backfired.
in the long run.
Yeah.
Like,
are the Chiefs in trouble, Max? Because look, you look at the division. Broncos, it is what it is. They're 3-0. Raiders 3-0. And then they just got beat by the Chargers. So they got one up game on them. Is this gonna be the season you were low-key talking about? You kind of said it in our preview. You said, they're making a lot of Super Bowls. They've been in a lot of battles. It's just kind of one of those years where it's not gonna happen.
I'm not like, jump off the boat, get in the lifeboat, but I'm like 50% worried. I'm like a little worried. I'm not going to say I'm half worried. I'm just a little worried about them. Excuse me. But I don't know, man. This is a team that has a lot of talent, but they just seem to be making life really hard on Mahomes. I actually liked how they ran the ball today. And I feel like they need to run the ball like that more to give Clyde had 100 yards. That's really good for them. But he fumbled. Tyreek Hill fumbled. Patrick Mahomes fumbled once, drew a couple picks. The no-look pick, I mean, that shouldn't have been a pick. He should have caught the ball, hit him in the hands, catch the ball. But it's crazy to me that this has happened twice. It's really crazy.
Yeah, we'll see, man. The Chiefs are kind of on the ropes right now. They still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got all these weapons. They can easily turn it around, but not a good start. I would be on the same boat. Like, let's pump the brakes. Let's not completely defeat them. Let's not just throw them away and be like, all right, it's done. Their season's over. Nowhere
They do
near
have a
over.
tough game next week. It's in Philly. I'll say that. So
yeah, trap game. Nah. I think that's a get right game, though. Honestly.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like the last 3 games we really talked about, Raiders, Bucs, and Chargers were the 3 best games of the day.
Yeah.
Sunday night was good too. I enjoyed these games most.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 left. I think the Colts and Titans. And I wanted to talk to you about the Bengals and Steelers. So let me jump into that. How worried are you about Big Ben? I'm worried.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10.
I'm like
panic.
Yeah, I'm like a 9 or 10.
It's over. I think it's over. It's absolutely over.
And you're a Big Ben fan. You like Big Ben.
He's not the same. They have no running game. They can't pass the ball. Big Ben is a shell of himself, man. He's non-mobile. His arm's not the same. If their defense is not scoring points for them and putting them in great situations, they're not going to win.
Straight up. 100% agree. I picked the Bengals this week, and we both did. I was 100% confident in the Bengals winning this game, especially without TJ Watt. Like, that pick right there, it's not really his fault. It got bad. It made a great play. But the second pick he threw to that guy was, like, egregious. And I'm really happy me and you like Jamar Chase because all the talk bad about him. I'm so glad everyone has to eat crow. He's been great, especially for a rookie. The Bengals, man, they look good. They're 2-1. I still think I need to see a little bit more from them. And the Steelers, they're 1-2. I know they beat Buffalo, but it was kind of a weird game week 1. The offense is putrid. They can't do anything good.
Yeah, it was bad. Steelers are absolutely done, though, man. I called it in the beginning of the season. The whole structure of the Steelers, of them being good, was all on Big Ben. They have the weapons. They have the rookie in Najee Harris. They revamped the offensive line. Their defense is elite. Their coach is elite. It's all on Big Ben. And it's scary because what the hell are they going to do? They have a guy in Dwayne Haskins. Like, are you really gonna put all the keys in his
But
hand?
you can't. I feel like if you do that to this type of quarterback without like an injury, and maybe they'll say, "Hey, the pec's really bad. He needs to sit a couple weeks," and try to bring in like Dwayne, like a Brock Osweiler situation. Because
Yeah,
if they bench Peyton and he was healthy, it would have been bad just for the
yeah,
team.
right.
And they're kind of in a really tricky situation. It's like, what are you going to do? Bench a 2-time Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame like face of your franchise quarterback?
Yeah,
That's slippery slope, man. It kind of can fuck with the team's locker room.
no, most definitely, man. And last game that we're gonna be talking about, and it's probably one that's flying under the radar, but we talked about it. Colts and Titans. The Colts are 0-3, Max. We both felt like their season was on the line. Carson Wentz ended up playing in this game. He toughed it
Shockingly,
out. Yeah,
he
with the two fucked up
with
ankles.
the bad ankles.
Yeah, it's he
Dude,
did all he
I'm not
can.
going to blame Carson Wentz for this game, man. The Colts are just, first of all, you lose Quentin Nelson in the first quarter or something. You can't let Derrick Henry rush for 113 yards. The defense did make some stops. They got some stuff, but man, like look at him, bro. He can't fucking move. And I still have more faith in Carson Wentz on two bad ankles than I have in Jacob Eason.
Yeah.
Like the Colts maybe could have won this game if they like made a couple more plays, but man, it was an upward battle from the start with a hurt Carson Wentz, man. It
Yeah.
just sucks that they've had a really tough schedule to start. Look, they have a 5% chance to come back from this. They're 0-3, but they have a good team. Frank Wright is the ultimate comeback person, wouldn't you say, from his
Yeah.
playing days?
Exactly.
So, like, I give them a little bit of a chance. Let me see who they're playing next week.
Do they
It's
pull
probably
the
gonna,
trigger with a quarterback?
I mean, I don't really know what quarterback they're playing. The Dolphins next week. It's not an easy game either.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens.
It doesn't get easier, like you said.
It's just tough, man.
It's gonna be hard, man. Really, really hard. But moving on to my question I wanted to ask you, Max. So the teams who are undefeated, we got the Cardinals, we got the Raiders, we got the Broncos, and there's a
Panthers and
team,
Cardinals.
and Panthers. Out of those 3-0 teams, who do you feel the most confident about?
Rams. Easy.
Okay. Who do you feel most fool's goldish?
Broncos.
Okay.
Followed, I would say if I was going to rank them, I go Broncos are the biggest fool's gold, then the Raiders, then the Panthers, and the Cardinals. I don't think there's any percent of fool's gold that the Rams are.
I like the Raiders though at
I
number
know you
one.
do. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
I think the Raiders are legit. The
Did you
Cardinals.
steal my notes, by the way? Because I literally have that. I have all the undefeated teams record. And I say, what's the fool's goal percentage of these teams?
No, I didn't. Okay, so let's look at the 0-3 teams. Who who are we willing to just throw away right now? Because there's a couple teams. Okay, Jacksonville's one.
Jets. You can throw
Okay,
the
that's
Jets
two.
away. I think the Giants. You can fucking throw them away.
Put them in the coffin.
Yeah, put them in a coffin. You can throw all three of those teams away.
Goodness, man. Yeah, that's tough, man.
What about you?
Couple of
What do
1
you
and
think?
2. I would agree, man.
Don't take the 1 and 2 teams because I got the worry meter for the 1 and 2 teams. Steelers, what's the worry meter at?
10.
Patriots, what's it at? 1 and 2. Record 1 and 2.
6. Yeah, about 6.
Seahawks,
About an 8, man.
I'd say an 8. I would say a 7, and then the Chiefs, I'd say a 6.
5. I'll give them a 5.
I like it.
There you go, man. Week 3 recap. It's all in the books. Got undefeated teams. I was going to ask you this.
What's up? Go ahead.
Hold on. Monday Night Football. We got Chargers and Raiders.
Oh, next Monday is Chargers and Raiders?
Yes. Monday
Bolt
Night
up.
Football. In LA.
Bolt up.
Tickets?
Maybe? No, I can't.
Maybe?
I can't risk it. I can't risk it right now.
Why?
I got my sister's wedding. I can't risk it.
Oh man.
I was gonna go. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm throwing my mom under the bus. I was gonna go to this game, and I was like, I think and then she was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I was like, why the fuck not? And she was like, I'm like, it's Tom Brady. She's like, yeah, I don't think it's their wedding. It's in a couple weeks. And I was like, all right. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was whipped by my own mom today, but I got to show her respect. She bore me, so got to pay respect to the to moms everywhere.
Yeah, I
I think
get you.
next week, bro, we should maybe hit every team a grade.
Yeah,
Quarter of the
so
season.
far. Yeah,
Yeah, quarter of the season grades.
yeah.
But I mean,
All right.
great show, bro.
Yeah,
I know you're happy, man. I hope I'm happy on Wednesday, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope I'm happy. I'm gonna be a fucking asshole if I'm not.
yeah. We shall see. But make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, turn
Man,
on post
smash that
noties.
like button. The same way Mason Crosby and Justin Tucker were smashing the ball through the uprights. Real quick, how much better did it make Justin Tucker's kick that it bounced and then you were all like, and then it was like cash.
That's that bangers right there.
That's the Kawhi Leonard. That's the Kawhi Leonard shot right there.
Exactly, bro. Well, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys, man. Follow us on social media. All the links are in the description, man. Our audio, our social medias, all the stuff that you support the channel and subscribe to. My name is Juan. This is the Max and Juan cast. Max, any last words?
I'm glad you're happy, bro. I thought it was the best week of football so far.
Yes, sir. All right, we out.